Hey Aries, what's up? Welcome to your April mid-month reading. How are you doing? Today, Wednesday, it is the eclipse day, the big ol' eclipse in your freaking sign. How are you doing? How is this energy? Are you okay? I hope you're alright. I hope you're thriving. I hope you're feeling amazing. I hope you're having a great birthday season. But yeah, this reading is up on Wednesday. This reading is going to be on the day of the eclipse, the solar eclipse. So I figured I'd start your reading off with some Moonology cards. This reading is going to be for like the second half of April, but I just figured we'd start this reading off a little bit differently. Your dreams need a practical plan. What is this? Full moon in Taurus. Taurus season's going to be important for you. Taurus season's just around the corner. So yeah. By the way, if this helps you, if you resonate, if you enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. And yeah, okay, I just want to say that, okay, before I forget. But yeah, Aries, all right, let's see what Moonology cards we got for you. We have, emotions are running high. Well, I'm not surprised. This is supermoon energy. Eclipse is upon us. The emotions, they're intense, okay? One moment you feel like you want to cry, next moment you feel like you want to fight somebody, next moment you're laughing your ass off, and you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? Babes, nothing's wrong with you. It's the eclipse. It's the freaking eclipse. So it does not surprise me. You know, big changes are coming. These next 6 months, basically like the kind of themes, the vibes that are playing out now, even the next few weeks, the last couple of weeks, right? You might see the themes kind of play out or be consistent for the next 6 months, or like people that you're dealing with or lessons that you're dealing with. You know, the next 6 months might kind of have that cycle be playing out, or even things going on right now might come full circle in the fall or, you know, Libra season. So just stay tuned for that. But yeah, emotions running high for sure. If you need a good cry, gotta let out your feels, definitely do that. Be kind, be gentle to yourself. Wow, this is like, I don't know if there's any other message. Oh, just kidding. We got confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. We have step out of your comfort zone. North node. We have you and your loved ones are safe. And we also have your hard work is paying off. See, we have a lot of new energy. New moon. Okay. Also full moon in Scorpio at the bottom. Time to release negativity. Okay. So you got a little bit of negative thoughts, negative beliefs. You believe in the impossible. Maybe you've been feeling doubtful. Maybe you've been having moments of like, you know, discouragement or struggling with staying motivated. A personal issue reaches resolution. Hell yeah. Okay. So I see you just really getting back out there, getting back into the groove, knowing and seeing that your efforts are paying off. So the next couple of weeks, I was about to just say days, but even the next couple of days, you might already start to see a positive shift or positive improvement. You might start to see some results or get some sort of news. But even just like I said, like the next few weeks, since this is your April mid-month, your hard work, your effort that you're putting in towards yourself, towards your goals, towards your dreams, right? Coming off that practical plan, you will start to see major growth, okay? Major key to success, all right? If you're worried about any loved ones, if you're stressing about yourself, you're stressing about loved ones, family, friend, I just want to pass on the message. You guys are safe. All is well. You're being protected. You are being guided. You know, there might be some sort of change taking place in like the home where you live, or the things that like make you feel at home, the things that you consider your home, or like things that make you feel safe or secure. Maybe there's a little bit of a shakeup or a little bit of a change, right? Maybe you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Some of you could be moving. Some of you're moving out for the first time, or like, you know, big changes, big steps, and you're feeling a little nervous about it, but just know you're safe, you're ready, and you know, all you gotta do is be confident in yourself, and just remember you're a freaking boss, okay? So although the emotions are running high so far, I mean, it looks like you're handling this eclipse pretty well, and that this is opening up many new doors, especially regarding your career, regarding your creativity, right? We got Leo energy, 5th house energy, which is all about your expression, your creativity, your pleasure, your enjoyment, even your romance. And then we also have with Capricorn, 10th house energy, that's more of that career, that more sun, solar energy. That's cool. Good vibes. Structure, Make sure you put in that plan, structure, routine. That's going to be the make or break to your success, okay? I'm going to grab you a couple animal cards as well, and then we'll get into the tarot. I'm just going to move this out of the way. All right, what else do my Aries need to know? Any other messages for Aries for, you know, the next little while? And then we'll see what's happening for the rest of the month, okay? Messages for Aries. We got the dragon, spirit energy coming out. Love that for you. Yeah, this card comes out when it's like, you're not at the beginning of any new cycle. You're not near the end. You're kind of in the middle. There's some important key moments or like key events that are about to take place. It's like divine timing, fated events, that kind of stuff. And that's normally around eclipses when fated events happen even more regularly. Or like people that you come into contact with. Oh, look here, the cobra and also the horse. There's like important lessons that you're learning that are playing, like this is very important. What's happening right now, keep your eyes freaking peeled. What's happening is very important, and it's going to be like, you're going to need to remember this a few weeks from now, even like a couple months from now. Remember what you're going through. Remember the lessons. Remember the experience, the wisdom, because this is going to serve a purpose. You're going to need to know this later on. It's kind of like, you know, when you're in school or whatever, they're like, you need to know this this is going to be on the exam. So make sure you know this. Make sure you study this. Make sure that you perfect this, right? There's no such thing as perfection, but like make sure that you really like get this down and in your brain, because you're going to need to know this by the exam. So it's like, I'm just saying, with eclipses coming up, this does serve like tests that pop up. You might experience some situations that initially you want to react, or you might get a little bit triggered, but it's like this new mindset, this new programming, this new identity that you have been giving yourself, that you've been working on, that you've been improving. This is the chance for you to really walk the talk and like show that you have changed. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm seeing here with the cobra. So it's like, this is like learning lessons, growing pains, shedding the old skin, the past self, the old versions of yourself. Horse representing this like this freedom, more of like a childlike, free innocence, just like letting loose and not being so stiff or stuck. Like I just get the image of like a horse, just like a stallion, just running free in the wild, no saddle, no, none of that, like completely just free, bareback, and just living its best life. Like it's making me think of that child that was that movie. It was animated. It was called Spirit. I was obsessed with that as a child. I was so obsessed with that movie as a child. Right, I just get the image of that, like just running through like the hills, being free as ever. And so it's just like, this is you like learning to be more comfortable, more freeing yourself. Oh yeah, that's what your last reading was kind of about. Like, I don't remember the details, but it was intense. But it's like, I see you guys really stepping in and being more comfortable with yourself and more confident. And it's like, the more that you like step out of your comfort zone, the more comfortable you get with being uncomfortable, right? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? I see that. You're kind of like embracing it. You're having fun with it. You're seeing it as an adventure. You're, instead of being anxious and worrying and stressing, you're like, you know what? I'm choosing to be excited about this next adventure of my life, this next step, this next journey. I'm going to choose to look at it more like in a positive, optimistic way. That's the horse. The horse is a very optimistic energy to be in. So yeah, like your frame of mind is changing. You're learning to trust yourself more. Your intuition's on point. Energy of spirits around you. With the dragon, this can represent changes to your health, changes to your diet, changes to your lifestyle. This does rule your solar plexus, even like wearing the color yellow, which confidence is the key to your success. This is yellow, so it's like yellow might be a color that you should wear, or like it might make you feel, and yellow is a bright color, so it's like it draws in attention. You might be getting more attention, or just like, something about wearing yellow or having like yellow around you, yellow flowers. Like now that's just making me think of Queen of Wands, right? All right, so let's pull some tarot. Let's see what else is going on for the second half of April. See what is coming your way, what to expect. Messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for the second half of April 2023. What do my Aries need to know or be aware of? Oh, you know what? My uncle's an Aries. I don't know when his birthday is, but I think it's coming up. I gotta remember to wish him a happy birthday. I just remember that. I was like, wait a minute, we're still in Aries season. Happy birthday, by the way, if you're an Aries sun. But yeah, I gotta find out what his birthday is. I should know that. I'm not good with dates. Not rarely. Some dates more than others. Okay, look, we had the world flying right out. I'm not surprised that this card's come out as, this eclipse is taking place in your sign. So you are on the spotlight. So big cycles closing out, endings and new beginnings. So things are kind of like you're in this transition from ending something as well as transitioning into something new. Ooh, and I say that we have a stack that came out. We have the Fool. We have the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So here's the thing. You're literally in this transition, right? From endings to new beginnings. And as you're noticing and experiencing the shifts, internally you're going through some changes, mentally, emotionally, physically. You're also seeing changes take place around you in your relationships, in your jobs, in, just life, day-to-day life, your structure, your routine. You're noticing a lot of changes and you're like, this is your reaction to the changes. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't recognize myself. I look in the mirror. I'm like, who is she? Who is he? Right? Maybe some of you have made some sort of like drastic change to your appearance. Maybe you like chopped your freaking hair off or bleached your hair or like did something dramatic or like there's like a dramatic shift taking place here and you're like worried about it or you're stressing about it. Like initially you're like, hell yeah, okay, let's go. Right? The Fool is very like, again, this innocent, lighthearted, not really thinking so much about the consequences, just going for it, taking the risk. And then it's like after you take that jump, you're like, oh no, what did I do? Oh crap. Oh wait, I don't know if I'm actually ready for this. Wait. Like it's like, for example, some of y'all, ending of your singlehood, you say yes to someone asked you out on a date and you're like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? And then the day of the date or the night of the date comes along and you're like, oh god, why did I say yes? I want to cancel, I want to ghost, I want to flake. It's that first time, that first day, that first, right? You say yes to that new job opportunity, like, oh yeah, great, awesome, I'll be there tomorrow, start my new day, my new shift. And then the day becomes there, you're like, oh crap, maybe not, maybe this. So it's like there's a fear. It's like you want to take the jump, you want to take the risk, but then there's like your brain kicks in, your ego trying to keep you safe, trying to like hold you back, because your ego is just trying to like, your ego's just afraid, like you're just trying to keep you safe from getting hurt, from getting harmed, from getting disappointed, from, ending up in the wrong place. And so that can lead to self-sabotage, which we have the Seven of Swords out here. I would also read this Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords like you're kind of keeping it on the quiet, or like the things that you're worried or stressed about, you're keeping it hidden or you're keeping it a secret. Seven of Swords can represent like secretive or something that's hidden. So it's like if you're worried or stressed, I'm seeing you're hiding it well. So if you're worried, like how are people seeing me? Like people probably know I'm nervous, or like, public speaking. If thinking back to like way back in elementary, if you had like a presentation and you're like all nervous and shit. I know I used to, it's so crazy, right? I have this YouTube channel, I got like 30,000 subs, and back then, way back in elementary, I was nervous. I was the shy kid, right? And presentations, hell no. The day of the presentation, I was like this Nine of Swords, right? I was like stressing and shit. And so you're worried, like thinking people are going to tell, people can tell you're nervous, people can sense that like you're not confident, or like, you're shaky, or you're stuttering, or your voice is all shaky. No one can tell. Okay, Aries, if you're worried, like, oh, I just don't want to like make the wrong impression, or like make people think I'm weird, or people can't even tell that you're stressing or that you're sweating. Like you got a poker face. You're like, you look brave, you look like fearless, you look courageous. People don't see you stressing or nervous at all. So if you're worried about that, like, oh, I hope people can't tell, they can't. You're hiding it really well. Now, another thing with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, you might be stressing about, can I trust this thing, this person, this job, this fill in the blank. You're like worried about, can I trust this thing? You're questioning, can I trust this, or is there something hidden from me? Is there some sort of ulterior motive? Like, and so you're worried and you're second guessing, and that's where you got to go back to the horse and the cobra of what did you learn in the past? And you know better now, so trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. You are safe. Your hard work is paying off. You just got to be confident. You got to step out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to grow. Yeah, alright, let's check the bottom. Wow, we were talking a lot. 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, Hermit, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Like, we could just keep pulling more. Alright, okay, let me break this down for you, okay? Because this is kind of just similar vibe, just kind of like regurgitating what I've already said. But yeah, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, similar to the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Like, your fears, your worries, your stress is holding you back, weighing you down, preventing you from taking action, if anything, making you go lock yourself away and wrap yourself up in some bubble wrap so that you avoid all possible injuries, all possible mistakes or regrets or all the scary what ifs, right? So you're like, nah, I'm gonna just stay in my hermit mode because I'm too afraid. Too afraid to be seen. I'm too afraid. I'm just like, my emotions are running high. I'm just not feeling myself, man. Like, I don't really feel confident. I don't like how you're just like making all these excuses and it's just holding you back and it's just keeping you stuck. And you're just like, but yet you're antsy because you can't stay in this for much longer. It's only a matter of time before something's got to change or you got to get back out there. Like, so like time's ticking. Time is ticking. I just got the image of like an hourglass. I looking at this card, I was like, is there an hourglass in here? I'm like, no, but like for some reason I just got the image of like an hourglass, with the sand. So it's like, like time is ticking. You can't stay in this for much longer. You're getting the more you stay in this hermit mode, the more anxious you're becoming. All right. We have Virgo energy out here. We also have Aries and Aquarius out here. So then we have Temperance. This is you. Okay, so you know what? You might need a little bit of a break, right? You might need to retract. You might need to go inwards. You might need to take like a nap, a nice fat nap, get some rest, take a moment, catch your breath, gather yourself. Temperance, so you got to get back into balance. And you also need to be patient with yourself. And this is just a message saying, like, don't rush into anything, right? Don't need to rush. Don't need to have that extra pressure on you. Just move at the comfort. Move at the speed you're most comfortable with. That is Sagittarius energy, which is kind of like tying with the horse, like just really believing in yourself and just knowing like the angels are around you, right? There's these angel wings, like there's such divine protection always around you. So even like praying, you might be praying more, just like really trying to connect with your spirit teams, your guides, angels. They're always around. You always have access to them. You just got to reach out. You just got to make the call, right? They won't intervene unless you give them permission to. But by you doing that, beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Big relief. Like, this is that nice positive change. This is good. Just turning the wheel, turning the next chapter. 6 of Wands and also the 10 of Cups. Like, this is success. This is victory. This is you getting what you want. This is you also getting recognition, even from your loved ones, friends, and family. Like, we knew you could do this, Aries. We always believed in you. You are amazing. Like, just like you receiving a lot of support and a lot of love. And it's very encouraging. And you're like, then when you're in that mode, you're like, what was I even worried about? Like, I was stressing myself up for nothing, like, or not for nothing, right? But, our brain can definitely play tricks on us and like, so fuck the fear. And you're squashing it. You're squashing it and you're doing amazing. So I guess what we can look into is more, I want to look into the world and I want to look into the Fool. I don't really care about the other stuff. I don't really care what you're worried or stressed about. It's going to be different for everybody. The fact is like fear. False evidence appearing real. So, I'm just saying. And then maybe I will clarify that 7 of Swords if we have the time to see, like, what the hell is that about? Like, is this just self-sabotage? Is there some sneaky shit you should be aware of? We will get the details on that, okay? So, let's look into the world. Let's use this deck. Tell me about the world for Aries. What is closing out? What's wrapping up? What's the cycle? It's closing. You might be getting clarity or closure around this time. Answers could be coming your way. 8 of Wands, conversations, news, information, messages. Tell me about the world for Aries, second half of April. Tell me about the world for Aries regarding the month of April. Okay, whoa. Ooh, almost dropped this. Okay. Eight of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. There's some loose ends regarding like past relationships. 10 of Wands. Yeah. With the Three of Swords, Two of Cups at the bottom, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. So the endings that you went through in previous relationships, friendships, romantic, etc., 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 right? All types of relationships. Endings that you went through where somebody left. There was lots of hurt, lots of pain here. I'm seeing with this Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Like, it's definitely weighed you down quite a lot. And the wound is still pretty fresh. This is clarifying the world of like what's closing out for you. So these next few weeks or during this eclipse season, these hurts and these pains from the previous relationships that weren't successful or that really like left scars, this is something that's like your loose ends are tidying up, or you're tying loose ends being knotted. Okay. So there is the Eight of Cups reverse. There is a bit of resistance coming to like walking away. And that could be due to the fact that you feel like you haven't had closure or answers or clarity. But it's just like, there's nothing left to give here. Ace of Cups reverse, like, you don't have any more desire to go back. And I feel like it's being finalized for you this month, where you're realizing, like, you know what? The longer I hold on to this thing, this person, this event, this situation, the more it's just, like, delaying my growth and my progress moving forwards. The more it's, like, you know, it's holding me up. So you're realizing, like, this is weighing you down or, like, getting in the way of, like, new things. Even, like, new connections, because it's like you got a new love coming in. You're like immediately on guard or on the defense because of like the previous relationship you went in. So you're like on guard, right? You're having a hard time trusting, but just like, you know, this is just like cleaning up any remaining dead weight from the past, like residue, that lingering. Yeah, then this is weird because this eclipse in Aries, it's giving like full moon vibes. At least for me, it's feeling very intense. It feels very intense. Even like myself over the last couple of days, especially today, like as I was just like, I straightened my hair today, as you could tell. And I was just having like all these like thoughts and reflecting on some shit that I went through, and I'm just like, damn, like this is intense stuff. Like this is deep. Anyway, so it's just in the air. Not surprised. Collectively, a lot of us are feeling this shift, but just gotta ride with it. Try not to resist, just lean into it. The more you just kind of go with it, the easier it will be for you. But anyways, let's look into the Fool. Like, what's this new start, this new cycle? What can you expect about this? Tell me about the Fool. We have the Two of Wands reversed. So this is like this is you choosing a different path. This is you going against the norm or doing things differently. We have the Six of Wands coming out. Success over here. Talking about the Fool for Aries for the second half of April. Anything else regarding the Fool? We have the Hangman reverse. Yeah, there's like a change in perspective. We got Pisces energy out here. There's a change in perspective. We have the Four of Pentacles reverse. There's a release taking place. All right, so your perspective on the shit from your past, you're seeing things differently. You're not feeling so stuck, so stagnant. You kind of feel a little bit more like loose, more limber is what I want to say. And you're just more focused on like the future, okay? Not so hung up on the past, not so like stuck and stagnant, like, or indecisive. Like, I just see you deciding to move on and let things go and just surrender to what's meant to be, right? This is the affirmation, like, I surrender. Like, you really are just like, you're surrendering, like, whatever is going to be the best for you. But like, what are you moving towards? That did not give clarity at all. Like, it just says like, okay, like you fully, like you surrender, you change your perspective. There's recognition here. you've made up your mind, but like, what are you moving towards? Maybe it's just gonna be different for everybody, like maybe that's why it's so general, but like, can we get a little bit more specific? What is Aries moving towards? What's coming towards Aries? What can Aries expect? Okay, deck is ready. Let's see. Tarot the Fool for Aries. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. So this is something like, whatever is beginning, this is something that you've thought about. This is something that you've been manifesting. This is something like you maybe have been like planning or visualizing, or like, you know, it's been in the works. So this new cycle, this new start, this is something that's been in the works, and maybe it's just like been taking a while to get off the ground due to these hang-ups from the past, or like, you know, a bit of delays. So this is something like, this new cycle is something that you've been thinking about heavily, you've been contemplating, and you've been putting in the work. You have been putting in effort. Remember, the whole your hard work is paying off card. This came out for a reason. So it's telling me that this new cycle or this new start is tying into the effort that you've been putting in towards yourself. You're getting close to some sort of harvest here. Like being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, eating them while they still ripe. 4 of Swords, talking about the Fool for Aries. Anything else we should know about this Fool? 3 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands at the bottom. 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. I see you getting more clear with your direction. Like if you've been feeling lost, yeah, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Feeling lost, feeling uncertain, feeling... What the hell was that? Just heard some loud ass bang. But anyways, if you've been feeling like lost in your direction, or just feeling like all over the map, all over the place, I see you just getting more focus, getting more of a sense of direction. And there could be something about you needing to change your plans, or with the 3 of Wands reverse, could be backing away from something, or just like moving away from something that like, it was in the early stages anyway. So even with that 7 of Pentacles, like you might be just realizing like, this path isn't for me, or this is what I used to want, or this is what my past self wanted, but I just don't resonate with any of it anymore, so I'm going to switch focus. I'm switching paths. Like maybe you got a job, you worked there for a month, and you're like, you know what, this environment's not for me, or this isn't what I wanted, or this is what I imagined, so I'm here, I'm quit, like here's my 2 weeks notice, like see you, thank you for the opportunity. Like if this is a relationship, maybe you were dating someone, maybe, but like early stages, you're just like, you know what, like you're a great person, but I just don't really see a future. Like I just don't think that there's something there. So again, like it could apply to many different things. Those are just like some examples. Some of you, you're making a choice with the 3 of Wands reverse, like, yeah, you know what, this path just, it's not really for me. Okay, because the 7 of Pentacles is like considering, do I want to continue to further this path, or should I just go in a different direction, or like call this quits and try something else? So you're kind of at a crossroad, Aries, about this new cycle. You got to follow your intuition. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. And also this 4 of Swords is like rest, recuperation, healing, and just take a break. So maybe it's like you're needing to take a break before you jump into anything new. You might need some space. You might need some time to just kind of like digest this like last cycle that you went through, or this ending that you went through, or whatever the shift is. That's pain, the burdens, like, you know, that's a huge release that's taking place, and that's a lot. That's intense to just move from something like that and then be like, okay, let's start over. It's like ending a 5-year relationship and then immediately jumping into another relationship like right off the bat. It's like, you know, you might need some space, you might need some time to just like get your own footing, or get your mojo back, or like find yourself, you know, just like no pressure, no time limit. Even though you might feel like you're running out of time, because I know I said that earlier with the whole hourglass thing that came up, like you might feel like time's ticking, but it's like, it's not, but it's just like, it's only a matter of time before things will shift for you, but it's going to be in the right timing, the right alignment, and like, you just got to follow your own instincts and just trust yourself. All right. So hopefully this helps whoever resonates with this reading. I appreciate you. I'm so thankful that you were here. You chose to tune in. If this reading helped or resonates, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box. And yeah, Aries, take it easy. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.